Module 2. Different type of mural. Mural is a picture or design that decorates a wall. Murals are a piece of decorative artwork that is commonly found on historical buildings and landscapes. This kind of artwork was first used in the caves as a mode of communication. These cave paintings are still the point of interest for the art lovers. It would not be wrong if we say that mural is one of the oldest decorative art forms. In the earliest day of civilization, murals were painted on rocks and caves. Most murals decorate walls inside buildings, but some are on ceilings or outside walls. An interior mural should harmonize with the style and scale of the room. The artist must plan the pattern so that doors, windows, and furniture do not break into the picture unpleasantly. Most murals are painted. Some are made of small pieces of glass, stone, or other material. In the history of mural painting, many techniques have been used. Encaustic painting, tempera, fresco painting, ceramics, oil paints on canvas, and more recently, liquid silicates and fired porcelain enamel. Mural artists can depict almost everything with this art form. From historical buildings to everyday life activities can be painted on the wall and ceilings, conveying a powerful message. The good thing is that due to such interesting piece of artwork, people find this very interesting, and nowadays one can see many posh hotels, restaurants, public places and even homes having mural artwork on their walls. Mural artwork can be undertaken by a muralist and can be done on ceilings or walls of a property. One can also find murals on the walls of the city in order to attract public attention or to deliver a meaningful message. Walls and ceiling murals bring beauty to the exteriors as well as interiors of the dull building. Today, people hire mural artists to add beauty and value to their property. Murals add colors and create an amazing environment and impression. There are basically three types of murals: painted murals, tile murals, ceramic murals. First, we are going to attempt painted mural. Painted murals are those in which the surface of the wall is painted. The basis of the design to be painted on the wall is pre-decided. The face of the wall is painted on the basis of pre-conceptualized design. The mural can be made directly on the wall of the property or on the ceiling in a very artistic manner. Wall murals or ceiling murals definitely have an artistic value and a pleasing effect on the environment. The most commonly used techniques of the painted mural are encaustic painting, tempera painting, fresco painting, oil on canvas, etc. Encaustic mural painting. The word encaustic originates from the Greek word enkaustikos, which means to burn in, and this element of heat is necessary for a painting to be called encaustic. In classical times, the most common medium was encaustic, in which colors are ground in a molten beeswax binder and applied to the painting surface while hot. The principle seems to have been to work on a wall with colors mixed with wax, which, when heated with irons or similar means, driven into the wall itself. Encaustic mural painting involves the use of melted wax as the binder. Pure beeswax is the best kind of wax for this purpose. The artist melts the wax in a container over a stove. A small amount of linseed oil or varnish is usually added to the melted wax. While the wax is in hot liquid form, the artist combines it with dry pigment on a hot metal plate. An electric hot plate furnishes the heat for the plate. The artist applies the hot paint to the surface that has been prepared with a gesso ground. The paint hardens as soon as it cools. For this reason, the painter must use short brush strokes and the colors do not blend easily. The artist's next step is the burning in process. The painted surface is warmed with the heating lamp. The heat softens the wax paint, causing the wax paint to melt into the surface. After burning in, the paint hardens into a waxy semi-gloss surface. Encaustic mural painting was widely used in Greece as early as the 400 BC. But by about 800 AD, the technique has been abandoned. During the 1800s, the artist attempts to use the wax paints for outdoor murals. Fresco mural painting. Fresco wall painting is a technique of painting water-based pigment on freshly applied plaster, usually on wall surfaces. The colors, which are made by grinding dry powder in pure water, dry and set with the plaster to become a permanent part of the wall. Fresco painting is ideal for making murals because it lends itself to a monumental style, is durable and has a matte surface. The fresco mural painting is basically of two types. Fresco bune. Fresco bune is also known as true fresco. It is most durable technique of wall painting. A wall must be carefully plastered before an artist paints a fresco on it. Usually, several layers of plaster are applied. The first layer are somewhat coarse. The final layer, called the intonaco, is smooth and bright white. The artist may plaster the wall, but most artists employ plasterers to do this work. The artist or plasterer does not apply the intonaco over the entire wall at once. Instead, the amount of intonaco that is applied is just enough for one day's painting. In many cases, platforms must be built so the artist can paint high sections of the wall or the ceilings. It is difficult to make changes in the picture while painting in fresco. Therefore, the artist prepares for the work carefully. First, the artist works out the picture in color sketches. Next, full-size drawing called cartoons are made on heavy paper. Tracings made from these drawings are then hung on the wall. The artist produces outlines of the tracings on the surface of the final layer or plaster. A fresco painter applies paint onto the wall while the plaster is still damp. The painter uses colors made of dry pigments that are mixed in most cases only with water. The plaster dries and hardens in about 8 hours. The drying and hardening process seals the colors onto the wall. The artist stops painting when the plaster is almost dry because the pigments mixed only with water will not stick to dry plaster. At the next working sessions, the artist gives the final coat of plaster to the area next to the part of the fresco that was finished previously. The artist then resumes paintings, keeping the seam or joint between the two sections as neat as possible. Fresco painting reached its greatest popularity from 200 to 1500s. Italy was the center of fresco painting during this period. Second, fresco sesso. Fresco sesso is also known as dry fresco. An artist who paints a picture on dry plaster uses a process called fresco sesso. It is a somewhat superficial process that dispenses with the complex preparation of the wall with wet plaster. Instead, dry finished walls are soaked with lime water and painted while wet. The colors do not penetrate into the plaster, but for a surface film like any other paint. Stucco has always held an inferior position to true fresco, but is useful for retouching the later. Tempera mural painting. Tempera mural painting is a type of painting executed with pigment ground in a water miscible medium. The word tempera originally came from the verb temper, to bring to a desired consistency. Dry pigments are made usable by tempering them with a binding and adhesive vehicle. Such painting was distinguished from fresco painting, the colors for which contained no binder. Eventually, after the rise of oil painting, the word gained its present meaning. Tempera painting was also practiced from the earliest known times. The binder was an albuminous medium, such as egg yolk or egg white diluted in water. Tempera is an ancient medium, having been in constant use in most of the world cultures until it was gradually suppressed by oil paints in Europe during the Renaissance. Tempera was the original mural medium in the ancient dynasties of Egypt, Babylonia, Greece, and China, and was used to decorate the early Christian catacombs. There are three types of tempera painting. First, true tempera. True tempera is made by mixture with the yolk of fresh eggs. Although manuscript illuminators often used egg white and the easel painters added a whole egg. Other emulsions such as casein glue with linseed oil, egg yolk with gum and linseed oil and egg white with linseed or poppy oil have also been used. Distemper tempera. Distemper is a crude form of tempera made by mixing dry pigment into a paste with water, which is thinned with heated glue in working or by adding pigment to whiting, a mixture of fine ground chalk and size. It is used for stage scenery and full-size preparatory cartoons for murals and tapestries. When dry, its colors have the pale, matte, powdery quality of pastels with a similar tendency to smudge. Indeed, damaged cartoons have been retouched with pastel chalks. Egg tempera. Egg tempera is the most durable form of the medium, being generally unaffected by humidity and temperature. It dries quickly to form a tough film that acts as a protective skin to the support. In addition to egg yolk, when it is used to paint icons on church walls, liquid myrrh, natural gum, is sometimes added to the mixture to give paint a pleasing odor, particularly as worshippers may find the egg tempera somewhat pungent of quiet sometime after completion. Oil on canvas mural painting using Maroflage technique. In the 16th century, oil paint on canvas came into general use of murals. The fact that it could be completed in the artist's studio and later transported to its destination and attached to the wall was of practical convenience. The artist paints the picture on a canvas using oil paint or acrylic paint. The canvas is then cemented to the wall by a process called maroflage. In this technique, usually an adhesive is used to fix the oil painting on the wall that hardens as it dries, such as plaster or cement. The word maroflage is a French word originally referring to sticky, partly hardened scraps of paint, and it is a 3000-year-old technique. Historically, artists used several types of adhesives including rabbit skin glue. White lead ore was used in the 19th and 20th centuries in the mixture to help it dry. A thin coat of adhesive is applied to both the wall and the canvas. Once the canvas is mounted to the wall, pressure is exerted with rubber hand rollers to smooth the canvas and remove any bubbles. Yet oil paint is the least satisfactory medium for murals. It lacks both brilliance of color and surface texture. Many pigments are yellowed by the binder or are affected by atmospheric conditions, and the canvas itself is subject to rapid deterioration. Tile murals. Tile murals are murals made out of stone, ceramic, porcelain, glass and metal tiles that are installed within or added onto the surface of an existing wall. They are also inlaid into floors. Mural tiles are painted, glazed, sublimation, printed or more traditionally cut or broken onto pieces. Unlike the traditional painted murals described above, tile murals are always made with the used tiles. For example, the azulejos tile murals, which refers to a typical form of Portuguese and Spanish painted tin glazed ceramic tile work. Azulejos can be found inside and outside churches, places, ordinary houses, and even railway stations or subway stations. They were not only used as an ornamental art form but also had a specific functional capacity like temperature control in homes. Tile murals, as the name describes itself, are first painted on the tiles and then fixed on wall. Tile mural can make a dull space look appealing and eye-catching. Ordinary tiles can be used for the same. Depending on the designs, the tiles are first cut, then painted and fixed on the surface. Ceramic murals. Ceramic murals are made of mosaic, mirror, tiles and ceramic pieces. They are excellent portrayals of artistic and creative skills. The ceramic designs are first made with clay and baked in a kiln. Ceramic murals are artistic ornaments used to enhance a space. Art or decoration can be applied to the surface of ceramic tiles, or colored tiles can be used to form a mosaic. A mosaic ceramic tile mural uses small, different colored, geometrically or irregularly shaped tiles in an artistic arrangement that defines a desired form or pattern. Mosaic murals are made by combining small 1/4" to 2" size pieces of colorful stone, ceramic or glass tiles, which are then laid out to create a picture. Modern day technology has allowed commercial mosaic mural makers to use computer programs to separate photographs into colors and that are automatically cut and glued onto sheets of mesh, creating precise murals fast and in large quantities. Terracotta murals. Terracotta is a natural and versatile medium where clay tiles are carved in relief work or in other artistic shapes, motifs and designs with different textures and artistic elements as per requirement of the design and then baked in a kiln. The baked terracotta tiles are installed on the wall with different adhesive or cement. These tiles can also be glazed in transparent glaze or varnished afterwards. This material is low cost, yet it has the potential to mesmerize the onlookers with its natural look, color and texture. Fiberglass murals. This mural is very durable and made of resins and fiberglass wool. In this process, any desired color can be added to these chemicals and compounds and for making a fiberglass mural. The first step is to carve out a relief mural design in potter's clay and then plaster of Paris molds are taken and fiberglass material is used to take out the shapes of the mold. Fiberglass mold can be painted in spray paint or with brushes using a variety of painting materials. The finished product is mounted on the walls. These murals last long as they are not affected with weather conditions and are used mostly in outdoor walls. Metal murals. These murals are also durable and strong and can be made in different metals like brass, bronze, aluminium, copper, iron and steel. One finds large and monumental murals made in these fabulous metals by using various techniques of beaten metal process or casting or even cutting and grinding out shapes. For a large mural, each metal has a different color tone and sensibility which can be used by the artist to create artistic compositions in myriad styles. Wooden murals. Large murals can be created using various types of wooden materials like bamboos, timber and other softwoods with different textures which can be easily carved using hand carving tools and machine tools. Then these can be suitably polished or painted according to the needs of the design and varnished to save them from the effects of weather. Syphorex mural. Syphorex block is light and versatile medium made of fly ash, sand, lime, gypsum, cement, aluminium powder and water. It can be easily carved with hand carving tool by artists or artisans. Then they can be mounted on the wall and painted in different spray paints and hand painting. This material can also be combined with other materials to create interesting forms. Embossed metal sheets or glass tiles or ceramic tiles can be used to enhance the overall visual effect of the mural. Plaster of Paris mural. It is the most common material used by the artist and even art students to create magnificent murals after taking out molds from the clay. This material can easily be carved with hand carving tools. Relief motifs, symbols, and other artistic shapes and forms can be carved out and installed on the walls. After installation of the elements of the mural, these can be painted in the number of painting techniques using water-based or chemical-based paints and sprays. Cement or RCC murals, reinforced concrete. Large and monumental murals can be created using cement, iron mesh, sand, gravel and RCC, where cement, sand, gravel can be directly applied on the wall or large molds can be taken out after carving on clay and making plaster of Paris molds. Colored cement can be used for impactful visual charm.